Okay, so today I thought it would be kind of fun to take a look back at my first film that I did for Point Park, my freshman P1 film, and just kind of do like a little commentary over it of maybe some things that I would do differently. I'm just really curious to see this because at the time I didn't really like how my first film turned out, and I haven't really rewatched it in a very long time, so it's gonna be interesting to take a look at it, see what I would change. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Alright, I'm going to start the film right now. Okay, we have a nice Bocastro production. And then it goes right into it, no messing around, some nice ambience. Then Aiden sees something, who is it? Okay, so that right there is awkward as hell because there's no establishing shot. Like, what the heck? We have no idea where we are in space. There's just this guy looking at this weird chick with also duct tape horns, which, oh my gosh, I love that Kat did that at the time, but I would do it so differently now. It's so funny. As far as composition goes, I mean, Aiden's like directly in the middle of the frame, which is kind of an interesting choice. I don't think the framing is too awful, but the color and the focus seems a little off. Alright, so now we get our establishing shot, which isn't bad, but that is literally the quickest establishing shot ever. It cuts so quickly. Let me see Aiden falling down. Okay, she hides behind the tree. That cut was a little weird because he's scooting back, then all of a sudden he jumps up.
I'll have you know, I have a black belt in karate.
Why are you in my forest?
Okay, I feel like the 180 or something is off. Just the way the space is laid out, you can't really tell where the characters are. Because you had that wide, but you never saw her, like, kind of creep behind the tree. So it's just like, where is she? Who is she looking at? Who is she talking to? How can they even hear each other when they're that far apart? Oh my gosh, there's so much, guys.
I'm just taking a nice leisurely walk in the woods. I find it gives my skin a youthful glow.
Okay, that's not bad. I really like the intercutting here between him talking and her picking up this stick, getting ready for, I don't know, to like throw it at him or something. This is not bad. I don't hate this. That he's looking directly at the stick when it's being thrown, so that's kind of jank. It's okay, it works.
Leave.
Okay, that's awkward as hell. She's just like, leave, and then he says, okay, I'm gonna go now. And I think part of the reason was the time frame that we needed. I did get more coverage there, but I had to cut it because it had to be 3 minutes long. But it's still a little awkward going right into that.
Don't come back.
Okay.
Okay, whoa! Oh, holy color. Oh boy, that is rough. I don't know what I thought. Why I thought that was a good idea to just bring the saturation all the way up. Clearly the colors do not match at all. It's like we're in an entirely different time and place. But hey, Sean looks really good in that jacket, so let's keep going.
I won't come back tomorrow. But I'm gonna remember that my sad little sandwich is just laying on the ground, needing someone to save it.
She's like,
so,
what the fuck?
I'll come back and save said sandwich.
Okay, that is so weird. It just fades to black on her face. Like, oh, guys, what is this film? What is this film? Alright, we're gonna keep going. Alright, she's waking up, he's coming in. Honestly, that sound design there with him, with the whistling coming in, isn't bad. It's not bad at all.
Trees. Morning person hiding behind said trees.
I do like this music choice still, it's cute.
I'll go first. My name is Aiden. I am horrible at math, and people say I have a unique look.
It's really funny looking at the editing in this film versus the editing in a lot of my vlogs, because I do a lot of the same things with comedy, using music and the way that I space certain jokes and the timing of the music, and it's just funny that that's kind of got started with this film. So the really interesting part coming up though is that the rest of the film until like the very end is Aiden, so we like barely see Ella because we didn't get a whole lot of coverage of her because at the time Kat actually, she had something wrong with her eye, so she couldn't do the makeup and the contacts for her eye on the second day that we filmed, so there was not a whole lot of coverage of her in this section. So that is one thing I would definitely go back and change.
You know, for Halloween, I don't even need a costume. I'm really good at impressions, you know. I was apprenticed to the most powerful being in the galaxy.
Okay, so the impressions. Basically, it was kind of a thing, like, all freshman year, Sean is very good at voiceovers and different voices and impressions, but when I read the script and I knew that he was gonna do it, I just kind of basically tailored it for him. So I was like, alright, let's just do some random impressions, and this is kind of what he came up with, but we had so many more that he did, and it was just such a funny time on set.
Galaxy once, I was destined to become so much more. People used to make fun of me because I was tall. Now my height's a chick magnet. Destiny just showed you.
Okay, like, this montage works, but, like, the impressions intercut with the other stuff just doesn't work. Also, because the time and the space is all messed up. Like, where's this tree? Is he even looking at Ella? Ella's over there. What is he doing? So confused.
And a chief's duty is toward the people.
Heck yeah.
Salsa dance.
I love
How about
those.
you?
Okay, so when we did the salsa dance take, I think we only did that once or twice, and that was him actually slipping and falling, and I just kept it in the final cut because I thought it was funny, so yeah, there's that.
Huh. I thought the Batman impression would entice you out. Guess I was wrong.
I really do love the colors though in this scene. I think they're really nice. And I like the music here. We actually got coverage here.
I mean, like, I literally salsa dance in front of you. You can't look any worse than me trying to do that.
Okay, as much crap as I do give my P1, I honestly do really like the message, and I think it's a cute film. It's just the execution. With a little more experience, I think this could have actually been a good film.
You know, life is a lot more fun when you learn to just say, fuck it.
It's so true, so
Who gives a
true.
shit what people think about how you look? I mean, we're all freaks anyway. May as well embrace it.
See, I really like that. Okay, let me tell you about that color change. I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is like the coolest thing ever. And I didn't really know anything about Premiere, and I still kind of don't, but I literally went individually on each little segment of the film and like increase the saturation like every like 2 seconds or something to get that gradual effect, and I was so proud of it. I was like, oh my gosh, look at the colors intensifying because she's opening up to him. Yeah, it was a whole thing. The friggin' sandwich, let me tell you, this was this is such a process. Doesn't even look like there's anything in the sandwich. Okay, I feel like the music there towards the end could have been a lot better, too, because it just kind of, like, ends. There's no real build-up. Okay, well, that was a fun trip down memory lane. It's safe to say that I definitely would have done that film differently now, for sure. Better cinematography, so much more coverage. I would have gotten actual coverage and like kind of covered the space a little bit differently. I definitely would have changed the script a little bit just so there would be more context to kind of what was going on. But overall, I really dig the message. I thought the performances were great. Kat and Sean did a great job with it, and honestly it was a really fun time. I don't hate this film as I thought that I did. Honestly, it would be really fun to try and remake it though again, with more of my film knowledge after, like, you know, basically another 2 years of film school under my belt. But yeah, so that was really fun. Always take a look back at your projects because, you know, they could not be the worst. Maybe they're more worse than you thought. Okay, I don't know. I'm rambling. Anyway, that was really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I have some really fun videos coming out in the next couple days, and take care. Bye.